When people think of France, they picture the Eiffel Tower, croissants, fine wine, and world-famous art. But behind its elegant image, France is full of surprising facts. Did you know the country has more time zones than any other nation on Earth? Or that it's actually legal, under very rare circumstances, to marry someone after they've died? Here are 10 things you probably didn't know about France. You might think countries like Russia or the United States have the most time zones. Surprisingly, it's France. At first glance, this doesn't make much sense, because mainland France only uses one time zone. The reason is France's overseas territories, scattered across the Atlantic, Caribbean, Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean, and even South America. Places like French Polynesia, Guadeloupe, Réunion, New Caledonia, and French Guiana are all officially part of France. When you include these territories, France stretches across 12 different time zones, more than any other country in the world. So while people are having breakfast in Paris, others are just going to bed on the opposite side of the globe, all while technically still being in France. Driving through one of Europe's busiest capitals without seeing a stop sign? It sounds impossible, but as of 2026, Paris no longer has any official stop signs. Instead, traffic is controlled using traffic lights, roundabouts, yield signs, and France's traditional right-of-way rules. One of the most famous examples is the massive Place Charles de Gaulle, surrounding the Arc de Triomphe. 12 busy avenues meet there, yet traffic flows almost entirely without stop signs. It may seem chaotic to visitors, but somehow it works. Today, the Louvre is the world's most visited museum. Millions of people come every year to admire masterpieces like the Mona Lisa. But long before it became a museum, it was a medieval fortress. King Philip II ordered its construction in the late 12th century to help defend Paris against possible invasions, including Viking attacks that had threatened the region for centuries. Later, the fortress became a royal palace. Only after the French Revolution did it begin its transformation into the incredible museum we know today. If you visit the Louvre, you can still see parts of the original fortress hidden beneath the museum. Mont Blanc is the tallest mountain in Western Europe. Its official elevation is around 4,807 meters, or nearly 15,800 feet. But here's the surprising part. Its exact height changes almost every year. That's because the mountain's summit isn't solid rock. Instead, it's covered by layers of snow and ice that grow during the winter and shrink during the summer. Every few years, experts carefully measure the mountain again to determine its new official height. So Mont Blanc is constantly growing and shrinking. Long before airplanes crossed the skies, people dreamed of flying. That dream became reality in France. In 1783, brothers Joseph and Etienne Montgolfier successfully launched the world's first manned hot air balloon. Their balloon was lifted using hot air created by burning materials like wool and damp straw. The first passengers weren't humans. Instead, they sent a sheep, a duck, and a rooster into the sky to test whether living creatures could survive the flight. Only after the successful experiment did humans take to the air, marking one of history's greatest technological milestones. If you've ever driven in France, you've probably noticed something. Roundabouts seem to be everywhere. In fact, France has an estimated 30,000 to 50,000 roundabouts, more than any other country. It's believed that over half of all the world's roundabouts are located in France. French traffic engineers favor roundabouts because they reduce serious accidents, improve traffic flow, and require less maintenance than traffic lights. For many visitors, driving through France becomes an endless series of circles. Some towns have long, complicated names. France has one that's just one letter. The village is called Y, located in the Somme department in northern France. Despite having only a single-letter name, it's a real municipality with streets, houses, and residents. The people who live there are proudly known as Ypsilonian, a name inspired by the Greek letter Ypsilon. It may be one of the shortest place names in the world, but it certainly leaves a lasting impression. This sounds unbelievable, France officially recognizes several municipalities that have 0 inhabitants, yet each one still has its own mayor. These villages were completely destroyed during the brutal battles of World War I, particularly during the Battle of Verdun. Rather than erase them from history, France chose to preserve them forever as memorials. The appointed mayor doesn't govern citizens. Instead, they oversee the preservation of the land and ensure these villages continue to honor those who lost their lives there. It's a powerful reminder of the devastating impact of war. France has one of the world's most unusual marriage laws. Under very specific and exceptional circumstances, it's possible to marry someone after they have passed away. This is called a posthumous marriage. The marriage can only be approved by the President of France, and only if clear evidence exists that the couple genuinely intended to marry before one partner died. The law was introduced after a tragic dam disaster in 1959 that killed hundreds of people, including many who were engaged to be married. Although approvals are extremely rare, the law still exists today. The baguette is one of France's most famous symbols, but according to an old French superstition, you should never place one upside down on the table. Why? The tradition dates back to medieval times. According to legend, bakers would place the executioner's loaf upside down so it wouldn't accidentally be sold to someone else before the town's executioner arrived. Over time, people began believing that an upside-down baguette brought bad luck or even symbolized death. Today, many French people still instinctively turn a baguette the right way up, even if they don't actually believe the superstition. Old traditions can be surprisingly difficult to break. Every year, France welcomes tens of millions of international visitors, making it the world's most visited country. People come to experience iconic landmarks like the Eiffel Tower, the Palace of Versailles, the French Riviera, charming villages, incredible food, and world-famous museums. From snowy mountains to Mediterranean beaches and centuries-old castles, France offers an extraordinary variety of landscapes and experiences within a single country. It's no wonder so many travelers return again and again. France is much more than romance, fashion, and famous landmarks. From villages without residents to mountains that literally change height every year, it's a country full of incredible surprises. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed discovering these fascinating facts about France, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join me next time as we explore another amazing country.